Do you ever feel like your workout routine might be hitting a plateau? On the next episode of HHMtv, we're gonna give you 3 great tips to take your workout to the next level. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of HHMtv. Brock with you today, and we're at Parkview Sports Medicine, and Zach is with us. And today, Zach, we wanna kind of talk about how to get out of that slump with your exercise routine. What are some quick tips to kind of take it next level?
Yeah, I think what we were talking about before was this idea, before we got on camera, of the muscle confusion, is this stigma of we got to keep the body confused and thinking that it's on its toes all the time.
Is that real or a myth?
That's a myth.
Okay, that's a myth. So stick with us. Zach's gonna show some tweaks to my exercise regimen, how I can take it next level. You're gonna get some great tips on how to keep going, staying healthy. Stay with us.
Brock, where we started was with the first big exercise in your strength program was your squat. Yep. We started with the bodyweight squat. Your body's probably got that squat pattern pretty much figured out. Yep. Seems pretty easy by now, even doing 20 of them in a row. Yep. How we can challenge this, increase it, is by adding load. Simplest way to increase the challenge in a squat, add load to it. Much doesn't change from a mechanical standpoint because we still want hip, knee, and ankle bending, but just by adding a load. So in this case, we got a 25-pound dumbbell, just like you got at home. And what we do is we call it, this is like a goblet squat. So it's a goblet position, all right? Think of it like a cup, holding right in front of our body, keeping our elbows into the middle of it, and then just sitting right down in that squat. Everything stays the same. So the same pattern, keeping our chest up, right back up tall. Nothing changes here. Make sure we stay tall, feet stay flat with that. We don't want to dip forward. If that load's out in front of us, gets too far away, then we have this tendency to bend over, but we want to stay nice and tall, so we want it close. If you've got some weight and you got access to it, add a little load. If you don't have weights, a gallon of milk, 7 pounds. Adding loads is the easiest way to increase complexity and challenge on the body.
All right, Zach, so tip number 1 was add some resistance, i.e. weight to an existing, exercise, add the load. Yep. So tip 2, what's tip 2?
Increase complexity, or combine tasks in this case. So in your initial warm-up, you had a walking toe touch, and then you also had a quad stretch. And then you also had, we can talk about combining those two. The other thing we can talk about, we can show, is the knee pull we had. So we had a knee pull. We would do walking for 10 yards or 10 on each side, and we also had that quad stretch and reach. Well, now we can combine the two of those. So we can go from a knee pull right into our quad stretch. So now we're adding complexity. Not only are we gonna pull it up, having to maintain our balance, but grab our ankle, stretch our quad from that standpoint. Again, laying that groundwork helps us know, our body know those movements. The big thing now is combining exercise A and exercise B from that standpoint.
Okay, Zach, so we talked about adding load to the exercise regimen. We've talked about adding complexity to the movements. What's our third tip?
We can change the tempo of the exercise. So either speed it up or slow it down. In our case, we're gonna use the step up as our example, and we're gonna slow it down. So we're not gonna increase the speed of which we come up. So everything stays the same on coming up, but I want you to slow the movement down coming down. It's not always about moving fast with things. A lot of times it's ability to decelerate or slow ourselves down. That's just as important. On the other side, we can speed it up, but instead of speeding it up on the down, you just speed it up on the up. So we come up a little bit quicker, and then control it back down. So we go up fast and slow down with the movement, right? So we can increase tempo, changes everything for us too. So we become more powerful if we move it faster, and we become a little bit stronger and a little bit more stable by slowing things down. Creating a longer muscle contraction, so utilize that muscle for a longer period of time, but then also teaching our body how to, when we hit the brakes, we don't just like tap them and we stop. It's like you push on it, the car's gotta come to a complete stop, and then we can go from there. Then on the other side, when we speed things up, it allows us to teach us how to use those muscles really fast. Right? Certain movements, certain activities, we want to be able to generate power quick and speed quick. So when we speed it up, we teach ourselves how to do that really quick. And then on the other side, we got to teach ourselves how to slow it down.
Can you plateau in a workout routine?
Yes, it's very easy to plateau if we don't continue to develop and move along with our exercises, if we don't continue to challenge it, we can't really gain a ton beyond that. But if we stay with 10 reps at body weight for more than 4, 5, 6 weeks, then don't really gain anything more, and we stay relatively the same.
We got what we got.
Yes, we got what we got at that point.
Okay, now I know some folks like to do like an A workout and a B workout, and they kind of alternate. Is there benefit to something like that?
Yeah, it helps prolong that time before we hit that plateau. Again, the A, sticking with just a single workout early, helps set the technique and fundamental standards of what we want out of a lunge, a squat, a push-up, a row. But then from there, we can build this, what we call either an A and a B, or a day one, day two, day 3 workout program. And then that allows us to increase complexity because now we have variety within the movements.
We're not talking about a massive shift to the right or the left to changing it up, right? We're just talking about little course corrections that keep those muscles firing.
Yeah, it's not this massive, okay, well, here we did a squat, so now we're gonna go over here and do balance on our head or completely something different. We wanna work on either increasing, again, that load or complexity by moving the weight and shifting around, because we don't always just carry everything right in front of us. If we're doing a goblet squat or holding the weights to our side for a lunge, we walk around in life, we got stuff over our head, we got our arm out to the side, reaching around our body, turning in multiple planes. So by increasing and combining a lot of those activities together, there's where we increase our complexity and application.
All right, so there you have it. Zach's increased our exercises, given us some new things to work on. We're gonna take a break on this series from chump to champ so we can keep working out. Chris and I are getting in shape. We're gonna get out on the course, show you the progress throughout. As always, for Hallmark Home Mortgage Television, this is Brock. Thanks so much for watching. Go find the great things in your community. We'll see you next time.